Hi everybody. Today in this session we would deal with some basic Linux commands. There are many commands present in Linux. So we have categorized it into some categories based upon their similarities. Let us see them one by one. The commands are navigation commands, file management commands, editing commands, monitoring system commands, filter commands, arithmetic commands, file security commands, backup commands, disk space commands, shell commands, and the last and final is the networking commands. Let us see them in detail, one by one. So the navigation commands. The navigation commands is again divided into three, that is cd command, ls command, and pwd command. Let us see them in detail. This is the console that you can see in any Linux operating system. So if we want to type any command, we have to type here. So let us see about the cd command. Cd command is used for navigating from one directory to another directory. The basic syntax of cd command is cd space option space directory name or path name of the directory. For suppose if we want to enter into a directory called Sandeep Kumar, then first we have to type cd, then the directory name, that is Sandeep Kumar. Now we have to press enter. Now we have entered into the directory Sandeep Kumar. So here Sandeep Kumar is the present working directory and the root is its parent directory. Suppose if we want to go to our parent directory, then we have to type cd space dot dot. The dot dot indicates that we are going to parent directory. Then we have to press enter. Then we have entered into the parent directory. CD stands for change directory. Let us see the other command, that is the ls command. Ls command is used for listing directories and the contents present in that directory. It lists all the files and directories present in the current working directory. So let us see it. ls space enter. Then we can see the list of all the directories and the files present in a root directory. There are many options that we can use with ls command. So the first option we would be seeing is ls-l. ls-l gives the long listing format of the files and directories. It gives the following information: permissions of the file or directory, who is the user, and it belongs to which directory. So the first bit shows whether it's a directory file or a normal file or a regular file. So it shows that kind of things. And the next 3 bits shows the permissions given to the user. The next 3 bits shows the permission given to the group. The next 3 bits shows what are the permissions given to others. It also provides who is the owner of that file and in which group it belongs to. The last and the final information it gives is how much size of the file, what is the size of the file, and when was it created. It gives the date as well as the time, and then it gives the file name. Let us see the other options of ls, that is ls-a. ls-a is basically used to list all the hidden files present in the directory. That is, for example, there would be some swap files or some other hidden files. The swap file would be denoted with a tilde symbol in front of that. In your console you can see test2.php and there is a tilde symbol. This indicates that this is a swap file. So for seeing these kinds of files we can use ls-a option. So now we are going to see the ls with more options. That is ls space, we have to provide a pipe symbol, and then we have to type more. So this allows us to navigate the files in the forward direction. For example, these are the list of the files in that directory Sandeep Kumar, and if we want to see the more files present in the directory, then we can press enter and we can see other files in this. So by this we can see all the files in detail. Let us move on to other options of ls, that is ls pipe less. By using this command we can navigate in the forward direction as well as the backward direction using the arrow keys. For example, if we press the down arrow, we can go downwards, and if we press up arrow, we can go upwards. So with the help of this command, we can navigate front and back. Let us see the other options of ls, that is ls pipe head. So it lists the first 10 files in the alphabetical order that are present in the directory Sandeep Kumar. So we can see on the console that the first 10 lines are displayed in front of us. Let us see one more option, that is ls pipe tail. It lists the last 10 files present in the directory and it prints out in an alphabetical order. You can see it in your console. The next command which we are going to see is the pwd command. Pwd represents present working directory. This command gives the total path starting from the root and shows in which directory we are working at present. Let us see it. pwd, and if we press enter, it gives the total path from where we started, that is /root/Sandeep Kumar. So we are present in Sandeep Kumar directory. Now let us move on to the file management commands. In file management commands, we can see different types of commands, that is the cp, copy command, mv, renaming command, ln, for linking command, rm, for removing a file, locate, for searching a file, touch, for creating a empty file, cat, to displaying what are the contents of that file, mkdirect, dir. This is used to make a directory. Let us see them in detail. So the first comes the copy command. Copy command is used for copying files and directories from one directory to another directory. The syntax of copy command is cp space source space destination. So let us see it. cp /root/dadwal. In this we can find out a file by name project.sxi. So this is the source path. Now we have to provide the destination path, that is where we want to copy it. Suppose /root/Sandeep Kumar/ and then we have to press enter. So that file is copied from Dadwal directory to Sandeep Kumar directory. Let us see that. ls space. So we can see that file. So in the console you can see that project.sxi is copied from Dadwal directory to the root directory. Let us look at the other options of cp, that is copy command. cp-r. cp-r, this command is used to copy all the files present in the directory recursively. So let us see that. Suppose if we are having a directory called first dir, which is present in Dadwal directory. So if we want to copy that directory into Sandeep Kumar, then we have to see that is /root/Dadwal/ the directory name first dir space. Now we have to provide the destination address where we want to copy it. So that is /root/Sandeep Kumar/. So we are copying the first dir directory into the Sandeep Kumar directory. Let us see that. So the directory has been successfully copied from Dadwal directory to the Sandeep Kumar directory. Let us examine that. cd Sandeep Kumar. Now we are entering into that directory. Now we use ls command. So in this we can see that the first dir directory has been copied from Dadwal directory into Sandeep Kumar. Let us see the other command, that is the ln command. Ln command, the full form is, it is used for linking purpose. This command is used to make links between one file to other file. The basic syntax of ln command is ln space option space target space the link name. Let us see that practically. ln we have to provide now the file name to which we have to create the link. Let us suppose that it is first.txt, and we are providing a link to this file by a name 1.txt. So now we have to press enter. So it prints out an error that first.txt, there is a no file by name first.txt. So let us see ln first1.txt. This is the file name already present, and we are providing to it a link 1.txt. So now the link has been created. So first 1.txt and 1.txt, the both file names we can use to see the contents of that file. Let us see first vi first1.txt. So this is the information present in that file. We can open this using the other name, that is the link name which we have created just now, 1.txt. So we can see that the same information can be viewed by using two different file names. Basically, the link command has been divided into two categories. That is, first is the hard link and second is the symbolic link. The example just we have seen is used for creating a hard link between one file to other file. Let us see how to create a symbolic link between two files. So ln, there is a option symbolic, and then we can use first1.txt is the file name, and we are providing it a symbolic link, that is 1.txt. So the link has been created. Now with the help of this we can see both the files. For example, vi 1.txt. So by this name we can see the contents of the file. So this is used for creating a symbolic link. The difference between the hard link and the symbolic link is that if the hard link is deleted, then again we can't refer to it by this name. Whereas now we are going to see the mv command. Mv command is used basically for renaming a file or a directory. Let us see that. mv. So already we have seen that in first dir directory we find first1.txt. Let us change first1.txt to first.txt. So first1.txt, then we are typing the name which we want to give at present, that is first.txt. Now we press enter. So let us see that the file name has changed or not. So ls enter. See, the first.txt, first1.txt has been changed to first.txt, and like this we can change the names of one file to other file. Let's move on to another command, that is rm command. This command is used to remove a file or a directory. Let us see that. rm first.txt. So it's asks for us whether we want to remove that file or not. So we have to press yes. Now the file has been removed. Let us see that. So you can see that there is no file by name first.txt. So this command we can use for deleting a file or a directory. Now we will see the other command, that is slocate command. If we want to clear the screen, then we can use the command clear and we have to press enter. Now the screen has been cleared. Let us see about the command slocate. So slocate is used to locate a file from any directory. That is slocate, the syntax is slocate and space the file name. So slocate we have given first.txt. So there is no file by name first.txt because earlierly we have deleted it. Let us give another file name slocate 1.txt. See, it lists all the files 1.txt which is present in any directory or in any path. That is, we can see that /root/satish, in this directory we can find 1.txt file, and in likewise we can find other files starting with 1.txt. So this command is used basically for searching a file. Let's move on to other command, that is the touch command. Touch command. This is used to create an empty file and can be used to change the timestamp. So we have to type touch and then the file name. So now the touch has created an empty file by name second2.txt. Let us see that whether it is empty file or not. See, you can see that this file is empty and there is no contents available in this file. Now let us move on to the cat command. Cat. This command concatenates files and prints on the standard output. So the basic syntax is cat space option space file name. Let us see that. Cat 1.txt. So whatever the contents are present in 1.txt, it prints out to the console, that you can see. With the help of the cat command, we can create a file and we can write some contents into that file. Let us see the options of cat and the greater than symbol and what file we want to create. Let us suppose that it is third.txt and we have to press enter. Now the console asks us for the details what we want to write in that file. Suppose if we want to write the name of a person, anything we are writing, we have to write it with the help of keyboard, and if we want to get out from that, we have to press Ctrl D. Now we are out of that file and we are into our console. Let us, if we want to see the contents of that file, then we can see it by like this. See, all the contents are returned into that file. Now let us move on how to create a directory. So if we want to create a new directory, then we can use a command mkdir. So the syntax would be mkdir option directory name. So let us see that mkdir, and we have to provide the directory name which we want to create. Suppose let it be the second dir, and we have to press enter. Now by this we can the directory second dir is created. So by using ls command we can see that second dir directory has been created.